And there's nothing wrong with neither one of those things, as long as they're in the right place and you understand your priorities. I'm passionate, brother, about getting married before I'm 25. Let me go a little bit younger in the age level. I'm passionate about filling my iPod with 7,000 songs. How many songs you got? 6,500. I got 7,000. We are passionate about too many other things. Passionate about getting the car, passionate about getting the guy, passionate about getting the girl, passionate about getting the dollar bill. But I wonder if there is an individual in this house that would say, brother, before everything else, I am passionate about Jesus. You haven't convinced me yet. Is there somebody in the building that says, brother, I am passionate about God? My gauge of passion is not measured by my surroundings. My gauge of passion is not measured by my friends, measured by my church. I am already passionate about Jesus. Whether you believe it or not, I came to this service passionate. Some of you got to hear the right song. Oh, they haven't sung my favorite song yet. I want to wait till they get to this part of the service. I want to wait till I get to the altar call and everybody's there. But God, in this service, is desiring to ignite in every single one of us passion. Passion can be seen in the sports world. For many years, athletes train for that one brief moment, that tiny window of opportunity where they compete with the best. But most importantly, they compete with themselves. Vince Lombardi is considered the most passionate coach in history. He coached the young quarterback Bart Starr right out of college. Starr later remembered what Coach Lombardi had taught him. He said, he taught me that you must have a flaming desire to win. It has to dominate all your waking hours. It can never wane. It has to glow in you all the time. He was describing more than a football game. He was describing a thing called passion. Passion can be seen in the business world. What motivated the steel and railroad and mining moguls of the previous century? Passion. What propelled a man like Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, to carve a niche in the American mindset? Or what pushed Bill Gates to pioneer new gateways into computers? It was the same impulse that caused the pioneers to journey from sea to shining sea, a thing called passion. Passion can also be seen in times of war. We now stand more than 60 years removed from the closing of World War II, of men who were larger than life, like Douglas MacArthur, who promised the Philippines, I shall return, and he did. Men like Winston Churchill, who rallied the British Isles and the rest of the free world against the onslaught of tyranny. What guided these men was it intelligence, ambition, the desires for riches or worldly acclaim, partly, but heavy in the mix was this thing called passion. More than any other field, passion is even seen in religion. Willard Hotchkiss, pioneer missionary in Africa, said, and I quote, I have dwelt 40 years practically alone in Africa. I have been 39 times stricken with the fever, 3 times attacked by lions, several times by rhinoceri. But let me say to you, I would gladly go through the whole thing again if I could have the joy of bringing the word Savior and flashing it into the darkness that envelops another tribe in Central Africa. Another gentleman, Count Zinzendorf, the father of the Moravian movement, from which sprang the holiness movement in the United States, and later the Pentecostal apostolic movement, said, I have one passion and one passion alone. It is He. In the Bible, great heroes of faith had passion. Jehu told Jonadab, come see my zeal for the Lord. David said, the zeal of thine house has eaten me up. Paul said, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. He went on to say that I may know him in the power of his resurrection and in the fellowships of his sufferings, being made conformed to his death. The psalmist said, as the hart panteth after the water brook, so panteth my soul after thee, O God. You might have the brains, you might have the strength, you might have the right connections, but unless you have this flaming desire, this zealous conviction, this burning commitment called passion, you cannot go far in God's world. You gotta have passion. What's gonna separate the apostolic young people, the messengers of peace, from every youth movement out there in the world? It's gonna have to be passion. I thank God for our standards, and we won't drop them. I thank God for our message. We are not going to change it. I thank God for this church. We are going to stay in it. But there's still one thing that we need to see that is missing in the youth of America, and it is a passion for Jesus. It's a passion for the things of God, that whenever the church doors are open, I've got to be there. Whenever an altar call is given, I've got to go. Why? Because I can care less who's singing, much less who's preaching. I am passionate about Jesus. I know you might have worn your nicest tie and your nicest outfit, but I didn't really come to see you. I know some of you came to see who would come and who wouldn't come, but I didn't come to see you. With all due respect to you, I came to see Jesus. Maybe I'm the only one. I said, I've come to see Jesus. Because we can have the right music, we can have the right singing, we can have the right preacher, but if Jesus doesn't show up, it's all in vain.